Welcome back to Let's Do 2020, your one weekly stop for 2020 election news. Just 4 minutes a week and you can tell your parents that you're a responsible, educated citizen. It was a relatively quiet week on the campaign front. Joe Biden held a town hall with Al Gore for Earth Day, and Trump held multiple town halls for himself. We learned this week that Biden's March fundraising total was $187 million, or 150,000 stimulus checks behind Trump's, which is a big deal if you're a former VP going up against someone who's encouraging America to drink Windex. But keep in mind that Biden's short attention span has been divided up between several candidates until earlier this month, and that Trump's finances are notoriously as shady as Marshall Mathers sitting under a palm tree. Luckily for the candidates, they both have access to big donors, which is going to be important seeing as most Americans can now only afford to give out their last 2 cents on Twitter. What I'm trying to say is most of America is as broke as a McDonald's soft serve machine. You know what I'm saying. But in the meantime, even if your 2020 income is less than disposable, there are still ways you can lend a hand. Here are 7 ways to contribute to a campaign without donating a cent. Number 1, volunteer to make fundraising calls while you're on hold with unemployment. 2, change your Zoom background. 3, stitch together a healthcare plan that actually makes sense. 4, organize a political rally with your 8 closest friends. 5, you can reach out to political swing voters on ourtime.com. 6, you can always canvass your captive audience outside the local Trader Joe's. And last and most importantly, you can pound the pavement to get out the vote, not because your candidate lost. While Biden's having trouble raising money, Trump's having trouble with how he spends it. It resurfaced this week that both Eric and Don Jr.'s girlfriends get paid $180,000 a year each from the campaign. According to sources, their services are listed on campaign expense reports as au pair and keeping Eric busy. Another thing campaigns will be spending money on is ads. Lots and lots of ads. According to the Washington Post, a super PAC supporting Trump on Thursday announced a weeks-long $10 million ad spend that attempts to brand Biden as soft on China. The tactic is a Trump favorite and has long been known in American society as "I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever I say bounces off me," and highlights your unimaginable hypocrisy. For more on this, please welcome our senior political correspondent, Marcy Donahue. Marcy, thanks for being here. You're an expert on GOP political strategy.
You are an expert at GOP political strategy.
No, I'm not. That's why we asked you to come on the show. Can you explain Trump's latest tactics against Biden?
So what the president does is take every criticism aimed at him and directs it towards one of his opponents, like calling Hillary crooked or Biden tough on China. It's truly genius.
And you think it's good political strategy?
No, you think this is a good political strategy.
No, I don't.
Yes, you're obsessed. You cannot stop talking about it.
Aren't you concerned that his political campaign will help spread a false narrative?
I hate to break it to you, Becca, but you're spreading a harmful false narrative. I heard the Eric Trump joke, and that young man is actually the smartest Trump kid. This show is 100% fake news.
Well, you're on the show, so what does that make you?
Okay, Blazer Becca.
Right, Trump loves a nickname. That's the best you've got.
Biden's Becca, blaming Becca, brainwash Becca, binge watching Becca, beep boop Becca, I'm a robot.
Well, now I know how the press corps feels. If you live in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, or Michigan, get ready for an onslaught of hashtag Beijing Biden. Not to be confused with hashtag Beijing Bicycle, a riveting piece of cinema about a young boy who gets his bicycle stolen. And also not to be confused with hashtag Beijing Bikinis, one of the worst trends to come out of China. Ever. Just be aware that not all ads are created equal, like this one that surfaced this week. The worst part about this piece of propaganda is that I wasn't even sure if it was real, and I spend 20 hours a day reading news. I know, I'm trying to sleep less. That's all we have time for this week. I'm gonna go yell at the squirrels sitting outside my house and pretend they're Fox News reporters. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday.